Hey everyone, welcome back to another Today in Tarkov. 2 days in a row. For the fact that we've only had a couple this entire wipe so far, this is pretty surprising, but the news is big. Now, like I said yesterday, apparently this was the quiet before the storm. Hadn't got much from BSG, and it was because they were working on something big. Early this morning, BSG announced they're going to do a TarkovTV live broadcast. This is where they get on Twitch and Nikita talks about things in the game. Specifically, they want to talk about the focus of the thing is going to be about the next patch and features coming with it. It's going to be tomorrow, which is Thursday, August 11th at 9 a.m. Pacific time. That's noon Eastern, 5 p.m. London. And for our time-traveling friends down under in Australia, that's 2 a.m. in Sydney on Friday. But then that's all we heard at first. And then 4 hours later, BSG announced that they're going to release patch 12.12.31. And servers will be going down for this, which means it's a pretty big patch. Now, per the usual, it's going to be early in the morning, about midnight. I think it's midnight. Yeah, it's midnight PST, 3 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. London, and 5 p.m. in Sydney. Now, the forecast is for it to only go down for about 2 hours, but don't really set your clocks to that unless you're okay sitting around waiting for the servers to come back up, like I will be sitting on stream waiting for them to come back live. So this means we're getting TarkovTV the same day, shortly after a patch that takes the servers down. The last time anything like this happened was the infamous Christmas Eve patch, where we got just a little bit of notice for a wipe, like less than a day. Got a TarkovTV, said it was going to wipe and there was going to be a big patch. Now, hold your horses, slow down. I don't think this is going to be a wipe. My point is it's a big deal. But what we are going to get in this patch is all speculation. We don't have any patch notes or anything yet, so let me get dressed real quick so we're ready for this. All right, well, now that we got our tinfoil hat on and we're dressed appropriately, it's really comfortable, it keeps out the radio waves, we can talk about everything we think is going to be in this patch. And the big one, of course, is what's on the thumbnail, is Lightkeeper. I think we've got a really good chance of getting him. And you might be asking, how on earth could I possibly think that? Well, it's because I think Lightkeeper was supposed to come with 12.12.30. He just wasn't quite ready yet. And so he had to be delayed as they worked on him, which would fit with where we're at right now. Now, for those that aren't familiar, Lightkeeper is going to be the in-game trader. He's going to be a new trader, but you're only going to be able to access him in raid, like actually going into Lighthouse, going out to the island, and probably the Lighthouse is where he's going to be at. He's going to be guarded by another scav boss, a sniper, who's probably a cultist, based on everything we've seen in the past. And he's probably going to have some really good goodies on him. Now, again, this patch could just be to fix stuff, but BSG doesn't do podcasts when they're just doing a technical update. Nikita wants to explain stuff. He wants to talk about it. And I believe that's why he's doing this, because it's a big deal. We're getting Lightkeeper and he wants to talk about the whole process with that. Because it's not just going to be adding him and you run out to the island and he's there. There's probably going to be quests. There's going to be a process to getting out to the island again now. That Nikita said as much as that it's easy to get out there now. It's free. It's open. But once the Lightkeeper shows up, it's not going to be. Now, what are some other things besides the Lightkeeper that we might be getting with the patch? Well, the SR2 Versk, which is the new submachine gun that's going to be shooting the 9x21 Grazer rounds. If you're like me, I would go and buy up all the BT and PS ammo you can for that, because if I had to guess, they're probably going to make it a little bit harder to get, or it's going to be locked behind or limited in some other way because of how OP I think that thing's going to be with that ammo. And then along with that, we might get to see the AUG. Fingers crossed, don't know, but we saw a bunch of stuff for it. It looked like it was pretty ready, so hopefully that'll be getting added too. And then lastly, big, just personal favorite of mine that I want to see is the RSH-12, which is the Ash-12's little brother, if you will, little, quote unquote little. It's a massive revolver that shoots the same round as the Ash-12. So think PS-12B coming out of a revolver sidearm. Now, other possibilities, probably a bunch of bug fixes. I would expect to see, hopefully, at least a patch to that stupid-ass dolphin dive stuff that some of these goofballs are doing. Probably another attempt to fix the flashlights. This will be probably attempt 7 or 8 to get flashlights to stop shining through walls. So we'll see if they get that figured out. Maybe a fix to the infamous air filter unit. We'll see. We'll definitely test that first thing on stream, because I can already see myself getting asked that about 100 times. And the list goes on, honestly, and we're probably going to see tons of comments in the down below about everybody's favorite bugs, or least favorite bugs, whatever you want to call it, that they're hopeful get fixed. So I'm streaming right now. We'll probably be streaming bright and early tomorrow, waiting for the patch to come live and get a first look at that. And then for sure, we'll be restreaming the TarkovTV live podcast and getting live reactions and talking about it with chat as Nikita goes through everything there. So make sure you come say hi over on the stream, over on Twitch if you want to, and maybe throw a like and subscribe to the channel if you got anything valuable out of this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in Tarkov.